In Season 5 of Stranger Things, 18 months have passed since Vecna successfully opened his gates to bring the Upside Down into Hawkins. Military units have successfully closed the gates and quarantined the entire town, with the residents forced to go on with life as normal, despite now living in a militarized zone that they can't escape. Leading this military unit is Dr. K, who operates from a base inside the Upside Down and tasks her soldiers to mercilessly hunt down Eleven. Meanwhile, Eleven is living in hiding with her adoptive father Hopper, who trains her to better control her powers. Hopper is finally in a relationship with his longtime unrequited love Joyce Byers, and secretly working alongside his ragtag group of allies in the hopes of finding the long-missing Vecna and defeating him once and for all. While aiding in the quest to defeat Vecna, the friends Mike, Will, Dustin, and Lucas try to continue their normal high school lives. Mike struggles with seeing his girlfriend Eleven fleetingly, as she is constantly in danger of being caught by Dr. K's forces. Will is still secretly in love with his best friend Mike, though gets a pep talk from Robin and finding his worth in himself. Dustin is constantly harassed and attacked by school bullies, who target him for his continued honoring and loyalty to the late Eddie Munson. And then there's Lucas, who constantly visits the comatose Max in the hospital, playing her favorite song on repeat in the hopes it somehow wakes her up. Elsewhere, Nancy, Jonathan, Steve, and Robin all work together at a local radio station known as The Squawk, which they actually use as a base of operations for the mission to defeat Vecna, and use their radio broadcast to relay coded messages to their allies. Amidst the world-threatening stakes, Steve still tries to one-up Jonathan at every opportunity to impress Nancy, while Jonathan secretly buys an engagement ring but is unsure of the right time to propose. Robin begins dating a nurse at the local hospital named Vicky, but her secret missions to find Vecna constantly get in the way of their romance. With supplies smuggled into the quarantine zone by Murray, the team stages a mission known as a crawl, in which Hopper sneaks through the military's gate to the Upside Down in the hopes of finding Vecna, while the others track him from the outside. Unfortunately, this crawl goes horribly wrong, as Will is suddenly overcome by a psychic connection to a Demogorgon, seeing through its eyes as it attacks Hopper, leaving him stranded in the Upside Down, then creates a rift to the real world to attack the unsuspecting Wheeler residents. There, the unaware Wheeler parents Karen and Ted are brutally attacked by the creature and left for dead, while Mike and Nancy's younger sister Holly mysteriously vanishes. Eleven gives chase to the Demogorgon, following it through its rift to the Upside Down, where she reunites with the stranded Hopper. Together, the father and daughter duo team up to find and save Holly, all the while evading the military forces and the dangerous creatures inhabiting the area. At the hospital, the emotional Mike and Nancy visit their seriously injured mother, who reveals that Holly's imaginary friend Mr. Whatsit also goes by the name Henry. And that's when Mike and Nancy realize that their sister Holly was taken by the villainous Vecna himself. Using his peaceful human form, Henry takes Holly to a perfect recreation of his childhood home, lying about protecting her from monsters like the Demogorgons. Henry then leaves Holly alone in the house, warns her not to enter the surrounding woods, and then departs to supposedly rescue all of her young classmates. In Henry's absence, Holly is confronted by a stranger in the woods, revealed to be an alive and well Max. Max warns of Vecna's villainy and explains that they are both trapped inside Henry's memories, where the only place they are safe from his evil grasp is a cave he is seemingly unable to enter. Max also laments her own efforts to escape the dream world and wake from her coma, as Lucas's continued efforts of playing her favorite song opens a portal back to freedom that Vecna has constantly thwarted her from using. Meanwhile, Will realizes that his recent psychic visions are actually him seeing through the eyes of Vecna. With this knowledge, Will and his allies devise a plan to rescue the children of Holly's class before the evil Vecna can take them for his own mysterious purpose. Lucas recruits his younger sister Erica to help kidnap the troublemaking kid Derek Turnbow and use him as bait. Although the plan begins successfully, with Nancy shooting a Demogorgon with a tracker in the hopes of following it to Vecna's lair, things quickly go awry when the Demogorgon attacks the defenseless Derek, Joyce, Erica, and Robin. Will strangely manages to distract the Demogorgon long enough for Steve, Dustin, Jonathan, and Nancy to arrive to run it over with their car before pursuing it through a rift into the Upside Down. Inside the Upside Down, the group lose track of the Demogorgon, but manage to contact Hopper and Eleven over the radio. The separate groups both encounter encounter an impenetrable wall surrounding the entire town, with its center being the Hawkins lab building where 11 was experimented on, and Henry was first transformed into Vecna. Hopper and 11 managed to capture Lieutenant Akers, a soldier working for Dr. K. 11 uses her powers to enter Akers' mind, discovering that Dr. K's upside-down base houses a vault where something or someone with incredible power is being held. Theorizing this to be Vecna, 11 and Hopper race to defeat the villain, though after breaking into the military base, the pair discover that the vault actually contains Callie, 11's old friend and the number 8 child of Dr. Brenner's experiments. Meanwhile, Dr. K realizes that children in Hawkins are being rounded up by supernatural forces. Wrongly believing 11 to be the perpetrator, she has her soldiers round up all of the children herself to keep them detained in supposed safety. Will has another vision in which he sees Holly captured and ensnared in Vecna's tentacles, with places open for 12 total children to be held. Fearing the military are unprepared to protect the children from Vecna, Mike, Lucas, Erica, Joyce, Will, Robin, Murray, and Derek stage a prison break to free them. Unfortunately, this prison break goes horribly wrong, as 3 Demogorgons arrive from the Upside Down and begin slaughtering anyone who stands between them and the children. After collecting all 12 of his child targets, including Derek, Vecna arrives to confront Will, telling him that these children are perfect vessels for his plot to take over and reshape the world. As Vecna victoriously returns to the Upside Down, he tasks his Demogorgons to kill Will's loved ones. But before they can, Will realizes that his connection to Vecna, created during his original capture in the Upside Down, also gives him the psychic ability to overpower the Demogorgons, triumphantly defeating them to save his friends.